I slowly feel the paced heartbeat come back, followed by the nausea, and finally the headaches creep in. I am now a bit dizzy and full on nervous. This evening, I listened to my body and it told me something that I was not ready to hear. My job is making me sick. Hello my honeys, and thank you so much for showing up today. If you are new here, hi, how are you? My name is Nombi and this is the Show Up with Nombi, where we are learning how to practice self-love by showing up for your goals. So honey, if you are like me and you're tired of being stagnant from fear, self-doubt and procrastination, then you have found your tribe. Honey, stick around and we are going to dream and plan and do to a better life together. So what are we showing up for today? We are being vulnerable. I don't even know what we're showing up for, but we are just being vulnerable and honest. So the clip you just saw, or that little snippet that I just recited, it was something I took on Sunday when I realized tomorrow was Monday and I was not ready to go back to work. So originally I was meant to actually shoot a video. I have my video shot that I was meant to upload before this, but after the week I had, I could not sit and pretend like everything was okay and upload my other decluttering video. Like, I have not been through the worst weeks of my life. In a short period of time, I have had a full-on panic attack. I have had an anxiety attack. I have had so many things happen to me all at once, and all stemming from my job, right? That I felt like it's not right for me not to speak about it and just go, hi guys, I'm decluttering and I look good and everything is amazing, when I know that things have been rough and things have been crazy. So before we get to this video, I just want to show you a video I took on Tuesday or Wednesday, I don't remember, but I took this video on Wednesday, and I think I was at the height of my stress and depression at that moment. Just have a look at it. It's not nice to see, but I just wanted to remember this.
So I'm at the storeroom at work, and I just pretty much had a whole panic attack, and I just could not stop panicking and crying. I just got out of a 32-minute call with a work counselor because I'm not coping with this work. I'm not doing so well with the work, and I'm struggling to cope. I'm feeling overwhelmed by it, and I'm just panicked all the time. I've locked myself in the storeroom. I don't know, they're probably thinking this girl is crazy. I'm too embarrassed to even go outside.
Geez, that was hard to watch, but it is necessary. So I just want to get into it. So for a couple of years, I have not been feeling okay, right? I have been feeling a bit sick. About 80% of the time, I'm somewhat sick. I have a headache and I generally have nausea. And the past 2 years or so, this feeling has been getting worse and worse and worse, where now I am just full on unhappy, and it has spilled to the rest of my life, where now I'm not very consistent. I don't want to do anything. I just want to sit and ignore everything because it feels like it's so much, right? And this was coming also into my eating habits. I gained a lot of weight, guys. I know I'm not a big person, but I gained a lot of weight, and I had no motivation to go to the gym, no motivation to do anything. I've tried starting my business and I have the motivation to begin with, but towards the end, I just kind of crumble up and I just have zero motivation. And one of the biggest contributors I've come to understand and realize was my job. So basically, I despise my job. My current state of mind right now is that I hate my job, and having to go there every morning and doing work and being productive literally takes all my energy, and it takes a lot of me. I feel like I work in a very toxic environment, absolutely toxic, but I also feel like I'm not dealing with it very well. I'm not dealing with it in a healthy manner. So I'm just going to talk you guys through it and how I have been feeling the past 2 weeks, right? So, started with my regular headache. I always get these crazy headaches and I just lose it and I just can't function. I can't focus. I generally get these about 5 times in the week. I get the headaches, but I motivate myself to move and I do great things about my life and I try and, get some motivation going. It's okay, it lasts, but I have peaks and barrows. I have very high moments where I'm super motivated and I have very low moments where I cannot do anything. I feel like absolute crap at that moment and I don't want to go back to my job. So, how did I get to this point? I think I got to this point because of, firstly, besides the job being toxic, like I've said, I think I've also not been managing my emotions well around it, right? And I'm not gonna lie, right, guys, the work is crazy and it has just recently gotten super, super crazy. So, I moved from my current role and they moved me into a joint role where my job has now been combined with someone else's job, and they're not giving me the money to actually do these two jobs together, and it's just too much work for one person. I don't know why they think it's a good idea, but they did it, and it's just too much work for one person. And I think this has triggered a series of events that I'm struggling to deal with and I'm struggling to manage. So the first thing that I think it has triggered is that the other job, I have no idea how to do it. It's new to me. It's a new environment. And I think it's kind of challenging my self-worth because for the longest of time, I have kind of tied my self-worth to my work, right? The work I produce was very much tied to my self-worth, and I called that being passionate. But I don't think it's just being passionate. I think it's also not a healthy thing to do. And then coupled by that, and then secondly, I had a crazy shit boss. Like I had a crappy boss for the longest of time and he has just moved. So I have a new boss, right? And I have a fear that my new boss thinks I'm incompetent because I feel incompetent, right? This is a new environment. I don't know how to deal with it. I'm not coping with both of these roles. I'm scared that I'm painting the wrong type of picture to my current new boss who's been there for less than a month, that he's probably thinking this girl does not deserve this. So I'm kind of projecting my feelings and my emotions to him, right? And that is actually making things worse. And then also, I think the thing that has kind of like triggered a lot of what I've been going through the past week is that we are having an audit next week. And an audit, it basically kind of checks how you have been applying the principles of your manufacturing at work. And I am scared for my life because at work we have a culture of blame. If things don't go well, the first thing we ask is who did it? Who was it? And we put the blame on that person. We focus on that person and not the problem. So because my old manager got away scot-free and he left, I feel like all the blame will be placed on me. I feel like I will be the one to take a lot of the blame, and in all honesty, I am not ready for that. I am not ready to take the blame. So that is, I think, also escalating my feelings and my thoughts because I'm so nervous about next week and nervous about the outcome, and coupled with the environment being so crazy, toxic and messy, I am just feeling like I want to die. Okay, like I just want to die. And I know it's not healthy. It's not healthy for a person to get to a space where I kind of think, maybe I should get in contact with someone who has COVID so I don't have to face this. Like I'm in a space of avoidance and stagnation. I can't execute because I'm so scared and I'm so overwhelmed. and I'm losing my crap. Like, it is absolutely terrible. So yeah, it has been quite the ride this past week, actually. So I know some of you are sitting there and like, what you gonna do about it? You're gonna quit, right? You're gonna quit. And I would love to say, yes, I'm gonna quit right now and I'm gonna just grab my shit and go, and mental health matters. But I am not. I am not gonna quit until I get another job, because I am not ready to quit until I get another job. I am afraid to quit until I get another job. I am afraid of the outcome and what might happen if I quit and I don't get another job. So I'm not ready. I'm struggling to make that jump, to say, you know what, I'm done. I'm gonna get another job and I'm gonna move away from this. So I need now to focus on finding healthy ways to deal with it. If this is a choice that I'm making, if I am making the choice to stay in that toxic environment until I find another opportunity, I also need to find ways, means, and strategies to be able to cope, right? Because it is not healthy, it is not okay to have one of those mental breakdowns like the one I just showed you. So I need to find healthy ways to survive in the environment that is toxic, because it is a choice that I am making to stay. And I know a lot of us, we act like it's easy to just quit our jobs and make that choice and make the jump. We act like it's easy, but in all honesty, it's not easy, and it's a hard choice that I have to make, and I'm choosing it. I need to understand that I'm making that choice, but I also need to remain healthy. I need to go back to a healthy space and a healthy mind. So I need to find coping mechanisms going forward on how I'm going to deal with that environment, going into it knowing very well it's toxic and understanding that I have made the choice daily to come here. I know I've made the choice because of the commitments that I have, the financial commitments that I have, and also that safety net of knowing that I have money at the end of the month that I can use to build my business. I kind of need to find a balancing point, right? Because at the end of the day, my mental health matters. And I think that is why I chose to do this video. A lot of times I've seen people take videos of, I quit my job, I hate my job and I quit it. But I know there's a bunch of us sitting there who cannot make that jump. But I think it's about time we talk about then how do we manage, how do we cope in an environment like that? How do we find healthy ways to speak about it, and how do we find healthy ways to manage in such environments? So right now, I don't have a solid solution. I kind of have an idea of where I want to go or what I want to do, but I will be sharing along the way as to how I navigate this toxic work environment and how I come up with coping strategies for myself. And hopefully this helps someone else, right? So if you are also thinking you have a toxic job but you don't want to quit yet, tell me about it. DM me, send me a WhatsApp, send me a message. Just chat to me and we can share together and share your coping strategies as well. So yeah, that is it for today. This was a haphazard video. I never meant to take this video, but I had to because I felt it was necessary. So thank you so much for staying till the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. And please like, share, and subscribe. Currently, I'm sitting at 46 subscribers, and I'm so happy for every single one of you who've chosen to subscribe. I appreciate you, but moreover, I appreciate everyone who is watching. Thank you, and I will see you next week. Have a great weekend and have a healthy weekend. Okay, bye.